round of scoring. At this time, we'd like to welcome to the stage our first competitor from the United Kingdom. Please welcome Joshua Atis.
It's a habit, clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so I want a demonstration. And I've always learned it better with a hands-on education. So I need a private session if you get what I am saying. And they say that she's not easy, no, she's really complicated. But that only makes it better, and it's got me so fixated. And I'm not the type to wait around, I've never hesitated. But she's got me captivated, so the game, I'm gonna play it, yeah. She's got a body like a coke thing. She likes to keep the party going. These rumors got me.
Might have gotten in trouble with YouTube playing that. Arnold allows us to play it, but YouTube doesn't. It's my favorite division. Alessandro. Yo. Love the shorts, baby. There'll be no commentating because I don't got the boys on, but you'll just hear me kind of having these slight outbursts. We're going to do a special show for Men's Physique, Arnold Classic UK 2026. That will air on Monday. Nice. Woo! I got some things to say. Wish the boys were on here. We'd be saying them. But it's real. It's all good. Let's see. Who's up next? Vitor Vitaper Chaves. Is the V for victory today? Again, no commentating, just a lot of outbursts from the gaffer today. I ain't got the boys on, so when they're on, we're on. But jeez. Vitor. Wow. He and Cuts were listening. I'll just say that. I'm not gonna say too much, but I will say that they were listening from prejudging the finals. You gotta love it when people come with the perfect tan and the oil and everything, and it's polished, and they make the adjustments. It's like when you watch two football games and you watch two teams in a football game, and they come back out and the teams have made adjustments, and the game is just that much better. Yeah. Croce out of Italy. Uh-huh. Wow, he's got sparkling shorts. Look at that. That's a new one. I haven't seen that. They're like glitter or something. I ain't gonna front. They're kind of dope. The whole sparkle, like if you're into that, it's kind of dope. For a stage show. I personally would not be on the beach rocking some, glitter or rhinestone studded shorts, but the Romanian airplane in the building. Wow. Again, love those shorts. I don't know what it is about those Manifest shorts, but I love them. Shout out to Manifest. Okay. I see what you did there. Wow. Can't wait. Mm, mm. Man, if Hart and Phil were on right now, oh my God. Stuff I want to say right now. Stuff I want to say. Here's my boy. Bonjour, mon frère. We got our boy Paul Gustave out of France. I like that was smooth. That was smooth. The little hand gesture, the little that was smooth. When you're posing for people who are watching and are going to watch this, anytime that the judges can see you, essentially you can see them. So, like in other words, your front is facing their front. You cannot take your foot off the gas pedal with the contraction of the abs. Like that is a thing that a lot of athletes do in all the divisions. But men's physique is the most important because the core is just it's a center focal point and the center focus of judges. That's one of the number one primary places and body parts that the judges are looking at. Paul Gustav, look at you dap everybody. I'm tapping you all. Let's go, baby. E-man. Are we gonna see EMax? I think he's coming in as EMax. Let's see. Yeah, I like the color shorts. Okay. Had another meal in them, I can tell. Like you need GPS to go from one side of his back to the next side cuz it's like East Coast to the West Coast. He got a wide back. Wow. Okay. Okay. Hold this. In my humble opinion, hold that waist when walking on and off the stage. You just even on the sides, they're checking you. Especially at an event like this is big. All eyes on you. Here we go. Benquil. Wow. That was nice. Got the Fide shorts on. Fide's a dope company. They're out of South Korea. Mm. Gotta keep your back wide. Like that's one thing that I just appreciate from people who are veterans and understand the game. You got to keep your back wide. Transitions, everything. Nobody knows where to go. Everybody's like, which way do I go? How do I get off this stage? I don't know. Clarence McSpadden, Samurai Shreds. Yo, this guy gets down to like 3% body fat. You want to talk about like perseverance when you see somebody who literally went from car accident, I can't even do push-ups, I could barely walk to being back on the stage in like a year. That's crazy. The shock, the cortisol rise increase to your body. You know, the your body goes out of whack. You're holding water everywhere, and man, it's great to see. Great to see Clarence, man. He taught me a lot. To all those who don't know, Tyler, Tyler Smith, repping the. I love everyone's choice in the board shorts. You know what I mean? Everyone has like a story with their board shorts. Repping the UK, out of UK. Nice. He's got the. Well, we'll talk about it more on the show, but man, it was so great interviewing him too. Like it was so great to get to know him. I had never spoken with Tyler before. We interviewed him. Man, this dude owns a gym. He and his wife together own a gym. Again, another guy who persevered through adversity had to get a kidney replacement. Like what? You got to get a kidney replacement. You back on you get into bodybuilding, and a lot of people don't know he was an open bodybuilder. That's why he's so big. He's like 6'6", open bodybuilder, lot of muscle on that frame. You like to see the tall guys be able to fill out their frame. He does just that very thing. Namcio. He's got the those look like 5 shorts too. I don't think they are, but they look kind of like it. 5 does a similar design at least. Something you should know about Namcio. We interviewed him as well, and his wife got on. Super, super cool. He owns a restaurant out in Poland. So if you're ever in Poland, although his family hails from Vietnam, um, they had moved out to Poland and set up camp, and then he's got a restaurant that he and his wife own, and he's the head chef. So if ever you're out in Poland and you want to get some really really great food, that's the guy. It's crazy to hear how like during his prep, all throughout his prep, leading up to the Arnold Amateur that he did a year ago and won, and then leading up to the Arnold Classic Ohio, and now the Arnold UK. This guy's like literally doing push-ups and pull-ups in his kitchen, of the restaurant. That's just crazy. Getting home really really late hours because a lot of people think that when you own your own company, you could come and go as you want. Nah, you're a servant to your customers. So shout out to Namcio. Let's see who they got coming in the. I think the top 4 stays the top 4. I like to see them put like 5 guys in the middle. Oh, is that Paul Gustav? Clarence. Okay, so they're going to start off with second call out first right now. So they're starting out with the second call out as their first call out. So top 4 guys are on the side. They got Clarence and Paul Gustav in the middle. Ricardo coach. So they're going to switch off with Clarence and Alessandro. Alessandro looks great. Man, Alessandro, and a lot of times they do this just to put the tall guys next to each other to see how they fare with each other. I think Alessandro's like 6'4", and Tyler Smith is like 6'6". Again, keeping Paul Gustav in the middle, representing France, coming in with those, sleep if you want, coming in with those croissants for biceps. That was nice. Okay. So you could tell like prejudging is where you gotta hit. You gotta hit. You could kind of take it a little bit at a show like this in the finals, but typically the judges already have their decisions made going into the finals. It's hard to like kind of move them. They got E-Man and Benquil battling for third place. Wow. Wow. Let's see what happens here. Wow. It's interesting because E-Man's back is so wide and the muscle is so dense. You don't see the striations as much as you do on Benquil. I would have wanted E-Man to like hold the abdomen in as he walked away, personally speaking. Okay, so they got their top two. I mean, we kind of figured this was the top 2. They both have different types of showmanship. You know, stand straight up, Andre. Sorry, guys, my boys aren't on right now, but Andre, stand straight up, my guy. That's the look for you. The leaning look is not the look. Again, you see like a similar comparison. Both have incredible backs. I mean, wow, incredible backs. Not doing the not doing the Harley Davidson banana bar style back poses. Yeah, they'll land them off right away. They already made the switching. Okay, here we go. Move them around a little bit. That was a nice pose for Dre. Vitor looks money. I mean, if they were going to give it to Vitor, you can understand because he's so full right now. Andre has that showmanship going on right now. His showmanship is just awesome, but he's pinching. Gotta open up. Open up like you did the first time. Nice. He's crunching. Stand straight up. Ah, I think Vitor got it. I think Vitor got the posing. It's the posing. It's the posing. I mean, we're gonna show a depiction or we're gonna show what it looks like when we move to the show that we're gonna air with the boys. That's gonna be awesome. And really dissect this for you guys. We're really gonna go into fine detail and um and really discuss the why behind a lot of this, seeing pictures and then like looking at a static picture really quick gives you just one dimensional vantage point of what's really going on the stage. You really need to be able to see things in like a 4 or 5 dimensional perspective. There's so many variables that are going on, and obviously I don't mean actual dimensions, but you know what I mean. Um, so many things going on when you're on the stage that the judges are looking for and looking at. They're doing the same thing here, so they're going to start in reverse. So normally at a show, you see them go first call out, second call out, third call out kind of thing. In a show like the Arnold, you probably only get two typically because they don't really put a lot of athletes. 14 athletes typically is like their max 14 to 15 athletes. Shout out to Akeem Williams. The guy's been in the game for a long time. I actually know his brother really well. Interestingly enough, his brother's name is Aleem as well. He's the only other Aleem that I've met. And what's cool about Aleem Williams is he and I both went to NYU. Coincidentally, we both lived in Brooklyn. Coincidentally, and we both drive similar cars. Actually, we both drive the same car, just different colors, same year and everything. So he's in IT, and Akeem Williams bringing it. And these boys got a lot of muscle. They look good, but one thing I'll say is when you see Andrew jacked, and I don't care who he's standing next to at this point in time, like there's no comparison. Andrew Jack to me has the opportunity to go on a run like Ronnie Coleman. I don't foresee anybody beating Andrew Jack as long as he shows up ever. Like ever. Probably. He's just that good. I mean, when you have the the gods of Olympus bless you, and then you have the Egyptian gods and pharaohs bless you as well, like Osiris and Isis literally give you divinity into your DNA. You get an Andrew Jack, and I just think that Andrew Jack is gonna changed the whole spectrum because you have a chance to see size, which is where they wanted to go with the league. You can see they went with size, right? But he brings in the aesthetics as well and the symmetry. And I don't know how the hell that guy filled out his legs as quickly as he did. I mean, if you remember a year ago, uh slight knock was his legs that came up, but they were still way smaller than what they are right now. His back, his abs are still crispy. Like, geez. These guys look great too. You know, a lot of people knock Martin, and they rightfully should be doing that. I think Martin, you know, you lay in the bed that you make, and I think that going up against the press, especially, I think he even attacked a guy who gave him praise before, um, which was kind of weird. They said that at the Arnold, he really had an empty line. Like people weren't going up and getting autographs from him. A year ago, Martin was the buzz. And it just goes to show, like, you know, when you have a personality that is standoffish and pushes people away, they go in a different direction. And, you know, bro, you could lose everything that way because it's the fans that make or break your career, that make or break your brand. Not that that should even be in the forefront of your mind. Me, just humbly speaking, I think, like, you know, if you're going to be on, and if you're going to walk through life, you should just be good people nonetheless. So got the boogeyman up there. Just letting y'all know, I know a little bit about open as well. Me and the boys, we watch all of bodybuilding, but our focus is definitely men's physique. You know, love that favorite division, men's physique. But anybody who puts themselves through the grit and the grime to be the best, you gotta give them props. Everyone's getting in the gym, sacrificing, diet, you know, going out, can't go out, families, missing birthdays. If Jay Cutler got $1 every time somebody did the Cutler stomp to show the feathering of the quads, how richer would he be? He's already rich. How richer would he be? Yeah. Shout out to Jay Cutler. Hope to see you again in Vegas, brother. Woo! Brandon Curry. You know, this dude has been around for a while. Won the O, 40 plus kind of dude up there battling with the new guy on the block. No disrespect, but I mean, Andrew Jack is just he's light years ahead of everybody right now. I don't care who's up there. The only person I could see giving Andrew Jack even a run for his money at this point would be like, what was it? The was it the O? Oh, let me take that back. Probably Phil Heath. Was it O? Was it O six? Phil Heath? I gotta look that up. And Ronnie Coleman. I want to say I think it was 99 Coleman or something like that. My years might be off here, but let me see what the chat got going on. Yeah, I agree, Robert. I think so. Yeah, Patrick looks good. I agree, boys. He does. He did look good. Yeah, I agree. With your comment about Dre. I agree with your comment about Dre. He it's the posing, man. Like a lot of guys get in the gym and they practice. I should say they practice. They build their muscle in the gym. They hit the diet. They really get locked in. But you could have the best physique you could be Andrew Jacked, literally the best physique in the world. But if you don't display it correctly, you're not going to place well. You're not going to place like you should. Andrew Jacked is like a living testament to that. The guy probably could have won. Certainly, the last Olympia had his posing been better. Um, and he just, he wasn't able to. He wasn't able to pull it off, man. So, he improved with the posing. I still think that Andrew Jack's most muscular pose should be better. Like, I think he is so wide, he could really open up more and do a better, most muscular pose than like the crab pose that he does. One of the things I love about I wish they would do something like this with men's physique, where they let them go buck wild and just show off the physiques and walk everywhere and up and down the stage and whatnot. It's entertaining for the fans. It makes everybody want to watch. Look at Andrew Jack in the front. That's beautiful. With Arnold right there. Come on now. I don't know about some of the antics, but I will say I love the camaraderie. I love how when you're number one, everyone's following you up and down the stage. You know what I mean? Like, when it was Jay Cutler's year and he was winning, everyone was following him. Ronnie Coleman, everyone was following him. Phil Heath, everyone was following him, except for maybe Kai Green a couple of times where he was like, "Bump that, I'm gonna be on my side over here." Um, Yeah, I love to see Andrew Jack do a slightly better, more muscular pose, personally speaking. A couple of things, like, allowing the men's physique guys, especially in the finals, not only just the champion, because they only allow the champ to play their own music. It'd be great that if you're one of the finalists in men's physique at a major show, you should get your own music, like the guys in classic do the whole nine to do your routine. Like, you should have a routine that is catered to your music, in my humble opinion. He got the spinners. He's got the spinners. You gotta love that. That was the winner from the Arnold Classic Ohio. Got a couple of pictures with him. He's super cool, man. What an honorable guy. I mean, the mentality you have to have that type of adversity in life, that type of challenge in life, and persevere through it, and say, "I'm going to build up my physique. I'm going to get into this," is really special. It takes a certain type of person to really sacrifice, build their body up like this. Look, another winner. He's the Arnold Classic Ohio champ. He's the Arnold Classic UK champ now of 2026 as well. Let's go. Let's go. My guy. Love to see it. Love to see it, man. That's beautiful. Let me see. A couple more comments in here. Nah, men's physique awards have not happened yet. Yeah, Samson and Drew. Samson and Drew is a good show because, I mean, you're talking about pretty much the biggest guys in the division, but I don't think anybody has the aesthetics and the bubbliness to the entire physique like Andrew Jack. I think anyone showing up to a show that Andrew Jack from this point forward, well, really from the last show moving forward with his improved posing, I don't think that they're going to win. The guy is an engineer, so he has a very analytical mind, which explains like kind of why he's been able to adjust, diet, adjust training, so forth and so on. He's got some of the best trainers out. Um, I think that the Blade is trained him a few times. Chris Comier has trained him. I know. Um, he gets good advice. He listens. He's a humble guy. I was blessed to meet him in a few times in the Olympia, and then when I was in Dubai at Bino's gym, he was in there and we caught up and we were chopping it up and everything. Um, I had just turned pro and it was really cool. So I just think that the guy has the right mindset, which is where I'm coming from with all this. And he's got the gifts genetically that it's going to be difficult for Samson to beat him. But Samson is a phenom also. I just think at this point, you're not beating the guy. Hopefully one day YouTube will be like, hey, the Arnold gave you guys permission to stream it live. We're gonna allow you to actually use the sound from the Arnold. But they don't. They don't care if you got permission or not. They still block you. It's crazy. So Hart McGrath has learned and passed that information, that tutelage on to Phil and I. Hey guys, also, for all those watching, I don't know if you guys have seen the Physique League, but it is a dope game to play. I mean, pick your winners, the top three at every show that is going down for Men's Physique. It's a dope game to play. Physique League, check us out. Um, Bikini coming out now. Bikini's dope. I like how they came out with Fit. So for that entry, for now that official entry point into the women's league, and now they've got Bikini, and they allow Bikini to get a little bit more dialed in with the physiques. So there's a clear distinction because you had judges from amateurs all the way into the pros, like just really a little bit all over the place. And no knock to any judges, definitely not doing that, but just the judging wasn't consistent. And now it seems like it's way more consistent that they've added the other division. I think it's pretty clear, the differences in the looks. One's, with Fit, it's a very softer look than Bikini. And it's allowing the women to really showcase lines and, not just the taper of the glutes into the hamstrings, but you can see, I remember there was a few women who were at one show would win having an ab cage and then lose or like not lose, but come in, fourth place or fifth place or something against pretty much the same contestants at a different show. And you're like, what happened? And the difference a lot of times was just the judging was slightly different. So it's cool to see. BioWell said, we're bringing out wellness, ladies, to bring out the wellness, the thighs. The eyes and the glutes. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Y'all having a good time? It's a beautiful day. I don't know where everyone's coming in from, tuning in from. Gaffa has his sports jacket on, got the button up. It's the Arnold. Had to dress up for the finals a little bit. Not squinting, put the proper glasses on, so I'm not squinting and looking crazy like I did earlier in prejudging. Hey, you know what? If you can't laugh at yourself, come on now, right? But I was up literally at like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, getting our stream together that we were all on earlier because different time zones and whatnot, and it was rough. I was like half awake, had the wrong glasses, was trying to look and sift through things, looking like Mr. Magoo out here. I was like, great physique. And I like how, with Bikini, the outfit is so, I mean, and it's true with Men's Physique as well. What you wear, like the color you wear, has to pop against your body. And it could change when you have a tan on versus when you don't. A lot of times it does. So you want to be able to see what you look like with the tan and then throw that bikini on versus just without a tan. If you're really, really pale and you put on a bright color um, or a darker color, it is noticeably like different when you have a tan on. Same thing when you're in men's physique, you have a tan on, you put on darker shorts, you're a darker skinned person. Um, you put on the dark shorts, it kind of like drowns you out. You kind of bleed out. Like you don't really see the crispiness. Um, you have really light skin, really, really pale skin. And you have really bright shorts on, really light shorts on. Again, same thing. It's hard to see. You don't want your shorts to overpower your look, like where that's the focal point. You want them to complement. I love her color. Her color on her is really, really beautiful. Phoebe, she came in second. Man, I had her winning, potentially winning. She plays good too in the Arnold UK. I mean Arnold, Ohio. Let's see who gets the W. Bikinis come up. Who's that? Panada. Yup, Panada giving the award to the first place. I think that's. I knew she was going to win. Has a look. Has a look. I think she placed. Was it third at the Arnold, Ohio? Didn't have the top two competitors in the Arnold UK. Just hold on to what you had at the Arnold, Ohio, and you should come in first. And that's what she did. Love to see it. What do you guys think of like Arnold no longer, standing on stage for very, very lengthy periods of time to interview the athletes while on stage? I mean, he'll do that for open, of course, to some degree, but camaraderie. It's always great to see camaraderie, all the divisions, any sport. That's dope. Hug it out. Hug it out, girl. Give me a hug, girl. Wife's gonna come in here like, the hell is wrong with you? It also goes to show, like, the judging being unbiased because you don't see like, oh, well, you're tall, so let me give it to the tall person, or you're short, let me give it to you. It's like, well, let's look at the actual physique for the division and grade it appropriately and see, is it symmetrical? Are the lines where they need to be? Is it too much or too little of something? Are they showing their strengths and hiding their weaknesses? Right? I don't see weaknesses. You must have been hiding it. Good job. All right. You know what's coming up next, y'all? The men's physique division. Man, I had uh I had Andre with it, but I think they're gonna give it to Vitor. Consistency. The posing. I think that posing from this morning was just money for Andre. Um, yeah. Lats were wide, stayed wide in the transitions, but we'll see. Those are like chandeliers on her ears, but they complement her well. She's got a long neck, complement her well. Right accessories, got the the pearls to hold for the top, for the bikini top. I like the touch. I like the touch. You gotta have detail. I was talking to Sid Gillian, 8-time women's figure champion. Lives here in Atlanta. Really great friend, super cool. And asked her about being a champ and like what was a driver to drive you to win 8 chips. Like that probably will never happen again in wellness. And she was like, "It's the attention to detail. Like you have to be so detail oriented to be on the top. You can't play around. Like your toe to each toenail being perfectly clipped. You know what I mean? Like you got to be on point. You have to have this obsessive mentality, the Michael Jordan, Mamba, Kobe Bryant mentality. Like you got to be obsessive. Man, Ben Quill might move into the third place. Wow, I can't front. Like you can't ever front. Guys who put in the work and they make the changes and they make the improvements. It's beautiful to see. The thing that kind of gets me sometimes with people are like when um when they're off and there's a reason why they're off and if you call it out, they get tight behind it and then they're on and you say they're on and they go, "Oh, now you want to jump." Like, nah, calling it as it is. Like, you weren't on yesterday, you are on today. Like people call it as they see it. Alessandro coming in. Top 6. I know he's happy about that. Get your trophy, my guy. There you go. There you go. Get your trophy. Love you, Alessandro. So good to see you in here, man. He wanted to show off his physique. We broke the news when he wasn't allowed because he missed weight at the Arnold, Ohio. Flew all the way out there. You know how long he had to travel, dudes? Like he left from Bali to go all the way to the Arnold. So that's a long ass trip. Not to be able to get on, all because of a mix up with the timing when he had to come back to make weight. Coming in 5th place. Bonjour, mon frere. I knew he was going to come in 5th. That's my boy, Paul Gustav. All these are our guys. We love all these guys. We've interviewed everybody except for 2 here at the Arnold Classic. It was a language barrier for one, and it just was a timing thing for the with the other. But great to see, man. He's helping to put France on the map. That's dope. Let's go. Let's go, Paul. Who else we got? So he came in 5th, 4th place. It's either Ben or Benquil. Ben looked great. Congrats to Benquil coming in 4th place. Great to see, man. Great to see. Ben has brought up his legs. He's brought up his back. He's brought up his chest. I think his chest wasn't as prominent as it was at the when he first came out in the Arnold, Ohio. But Ben has just a unique athletic build. Arms are streamlined into the shoulders really well. Sorry, I'm not. I don't mean to be giving commentating on Ben, but I'm just really happy for Ben, and can't wait for me and the boys to talk about him on the show. You guys are gonna love it, man. Very dope. E-Man, let's go, baby. Let's go. How you don't love this guy? E-Man is like, he's your athlete's athlete. He got love for everybody. Look at this. He ain't got beef with nobody. God fearing dude. He and his wife Liz are making power moves behind the scenes with the Hunter Classic. Shout out to the Hunter Classic. You'll see the Men's Physique Show commentating live at the Hunter Classic in Alabama later in October. Let's go. If you're an NPC amateur, you need to be at that show. Look at Chris Cormier. I was with Chris. We were drinking at the Arnold, Ohio. That's such a cool dude. Shout out to Chris. So proud of you, E-Man. Uh-oh. The moment of truth, y'all. We're going to see if they made the decision from the get. Who they give it to? Andrei. Yeah. Yep. Bro, that's how you should have been standing. Love you, Dre. Love you, boy. Love you, brother. Let's go. I mean, your top 3 guys are in the top 10 in the world in the Olympia. I mean, for sure. So it was great to see E-Man, Dre, and Vitor Vitaper Chaves. Well deserved, brother. Well deserved. Shout out to Brazil. I say gustoso to this because I love it. A little Portuguese. That's about all the Portuguese. I know a little bit of Portuguese. That's about all I know. Representing dark sports to the fullest. Look at this guy. We're playing him right now. Look at this. Look at this. We're playing Vitor right now. Look at that. If you don't know now, you know. Hey, go watch the Vitor Chaves Mens Physique Show interview because you really see the type of person he is, the father that he is. He has 2 great kids. Vitor is such a great guy, man. Look at this. Look how he is with Arnold, man. He's just so thankful, so appreciative, honored. That's the act of honor. He's ready to look at him. The guys out of Brazil are just like from the heart, man. The guys from around the country, I mean around the world, just from the heart, man. They put so much in. They don't come from nothing, and they give it 150%. Look at him take a deep breath in. Him and Cuts got to be celebrating. You know it's going to be party hardy. I wish he was out there with them. Wow. Got to give it up, man. Got to give it up. Love to see this. Look at him. Tearing up. He teared up on the show, man, talking about his kids and the adversity. You know it's real when you got to clench the jaw. When you got to clench the jaw, you know the emotions are running high. You know, either anger or gratitude. One of the two. You know you got the clenched jaw and you can see the muscles rippling out. You know it's real. Shout out to our new Arnold UK 2026 champion, Vitor Chaves. Let's go, Vitor. V-Taper. One of the most beautiful V-Tapers in the game, which is why we call him Vitaper Chaves. Wow. Great job, bro. Great job. Great job. Max your workout 33 said, I'm always right. Yeah, I agree. You know, hey, everybody in 4th slot wants to move into the 3rd slot and fight it out, Ty. I agree with you. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Obrigado. There we go. Obrigado to all of you guys, man. This is beautiful to see. Diego Montego won. Chavez won. Guys just representing. Look at him. He's trying to hold it together. Let's go, Vitor. Man, I know the sacrifice this guy has gone through. Just shout out to Vitor, man. Shout out, brother. Beautiful to see. Beautiful to see. Hey guys, if you aren't subscribed to the Men's Physique Show, you need to be subscribing to us. I imagine if the boys were on with me, and when I tell you we have a blockbuster show that's coming out that we're about to drop on the Arnold UK here, the post judging, it's going to be phenomenal. Definitely, you want to see that. But I mean, we want to change the division, guys. We want guys like Vitor, like Andrei. Not that Andrei needs the money, but you know, Andrei, Benquil, E-Man, all these guys to just have more notoriety, more sponsorship, more money, become household names. We want to see the division become a household thing, and we have big plans for 2026 to expand, man. So thankful to see the right guys win, you know, and any of those guys on stage today have sacrificed. Any of those guys, every guy on that stage today is just an incredible human being. We know because we've spoken with all of them. I remember getting on with Benquil after the Arnold UK, and he called me personally, and he told me how he was sick and his body was flat, and he was battling a fever, and didn't even want us to put that out there. That's the type of warrior Benquil is. He didn't even want us to talk about that because he was like, I don't come with excuses. I just got to show up. And he showed up today, man. Love to see it, brother. Love to see what you're doing. And he was coaching people. And he went out to Japan and was coaching simultaneously, while competing. I mean, Benquil is just a stand-up guy, man. I like Benquil. Love these guys. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Ty. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I wish my brothers were on with me. I wanted to say a lot more. I really wanted to dissect the physiques, but we're going to do that on the show coming up. And it's an honor to serve you guys. It's an honor to serve the Horde, to be here, to just, spread the wisdom that I've been bestowed with, and the journey I've had. It's just great to ride with you guys, man. To ride together and to grow this bad boy. Be part of the movement, man. Be part of the movement. The Men's Physique Show. We don't play. We're not here to partake. We're here to take over. So be down with it. And trust me, man, like, everything we do comes from the heart, pun intended. If you look at, look at this Lee Haney. Let's go, Lee. We're doing stuff with the Lee Haney Show, by the way. The Lee Haney Show that's here in Atlanta. Me and the boys are going to be promoting the Lee Haney Show. Check it out. Like, we ride with this bodybuilding stuff, man. We're not here just to chill. Phil is doing a phenomenal job. Love Avomp. Shout out to Avomp, the Australian voice of men's physique. Let's go. Shout out to Lee Haney, one of the most winningest Olympians of all time. Akeem Williams placing. Let's go, Akeem. Sorry, guys. I just stay charged. I'm always charged, man. Like, I love life. I love, when you boys and ladies hear my story, at some point, Phil Heath, shout out to Phil Heath, great guy too. When you hear my story and my journey, at some point, I look at it like every day, like I'm playing with borrowed time. I'm been gifted. Speaking of blessings, right? I got blessings because I'm not even supposed to be here. That's how I see things based on my journey in life. So just thankful, man. Just humbled, gratitude always. I wake up every day, and like Brandon Hendrickson says, today's gonna be a great day. That's how I see it. And he's not only a brother to me, but also an influencer to me. Also, every time I pop up and open up my IG, and I see him saying today's gonna be a great day, it gets me charged, and I feel the same way. Jay Cutler in the house. Arnold don't play, man. He's gonna bring it. He's gonna have the legends out. Jay Cutler's a guy who really stood behind Fitzwater here, and through all the slack that he got, he was on the Cutler podcast, the Cutler cast, and was like, yo, you don't know what he's going through. Like, give the guy a little bit of a break. And Martin's got a much lighter personality right now. You can see it on stage. He's not wound up. Maybe because Nick's not there. I don't know, but he's definitely more chill today than he was at the last show. Let's go, Ronnie. Ronnie Coleman almost ran me over in his wheelchair at the inside the hotel at the Arnold, Ohio. Like, literally, he was coming through, and I turned around, and he was like, doop, doop. I jumped out the way. I was like, lightweight. You almost ran over lightweight. We were cracking up. He actually stopped, and we chopped it up, but he was late. He was running late. He stopped and chopped it up real quick with your boy. Love Ronnie. Ronnie needs to see the Dr. Swag from the Center of Wellness and Pain Care, and get some stem cells if he's not, because it could probably help him a lot. Stem cells, man, what an incredible scientific discovery. and medical breakthrough. Like, I literally could not lift my arm, and got them stem cells, game changer. You look at the price and you go, damn, that's steep, but damn, it works. The only person I heard that it doesn't work for was Sean T. If y'all know Sean T, um, Sean T brought all the hype with the fitness dance moves and stuff like that, the energetic workout and stuff. Um, he and I were in the Body B1 show, and we were talking about stem cells and getting stem cells, and I was going to get stem cells after that show because I couldn't even lift my arm. And he was like, "Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work." Nah, man, it works. You just gotta get the right. You gotta make sure your stem cells are good, and you gotta get the right doctor who knows how to apply them correctly. And they did great job for your boy, Brandon Curry, coming in second. Oh, we knew who was going to be first. I mean, there's no way you look like double the size of Brandon Curry and you don't come in first. And you are aesthetically like double the striations and everything. Like, this guy got muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles. Like Benquil said in the live stream just a little while ago in his live stream. Andrew Jack got muscles on top of muscles on top of muscles, and another check that he takes in. This guy's making he's gonna make well over like $3 million, I think, this year just from shows. If he wins the Olympia, he's won both Arnolds now. If he wins the Olympia, I think that puts him just under 3 million. He does one more show. I think he is slated to do one additional show. I think he's doing Pittsburgh. He wins that. I mean, that's the 3 milli. And he still works. He still works. The guy gives like a lot of his money away to charity and stuff and to helping kids. I mean, I love this dude, man. Like, how do you not love an ambassador like that? Let's go. Again, just want to give a massive shout out to all the Horde. You guys have been awesome, man. Thank you for riding with your boy. Thank you for riding with me on the solo tip. Son's giving me some waves and everything. He's checking us out. He checks out the Men's Physique Show. Better. My son, you better be checking us out. Kudos and shout out to Kippy. Keeping my face so clean. I use it 3-4 times a day. When I wake up, take a shower. After the gym, before I go to sleep, guaranteed. And as the summer comes along, we taking extra showers and whatnot. It's dope to see Lee Haney, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Phil Heath, and Andrew Jack right there. You have like the legends before him and the guy who's going to usher in this new era of open bodybuilding. Love to see it. Wow. This was dope. This was dope vibes. The only thing that would have taken this to like the stratosphere and made this like 900 times even better than what it was is if my brothers were on here with me. I miss you, Hart, McGravy, always wavy. I miss you, Avon, Phil Naselli, the Australian voice of Men's Physique. Man, I can't wait to get on with these boys later. We're going to be filming. Their sleep, I mean, Bali time right now is like 3 a.m. We don't ever want to give you guys a half-ass version of us. And we also want to make our commitments. And I'm a little choked up because it was a hard choice. It was a hard call. My boys wanted to be on. And I said, nah, man, you boys are going to be sick. Phil was at a wedding and left the wedding to jump on and do the show. Like that's the type of dedication that we have. And I was just like, boys, like, let's not do it. Phil Hart was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be 100%. We were like, nah, let's just call it what it is. I'll hold it down. And, it's just, it doesn't hit the same without my boys, so that's why no hardcore commentating today, but thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching the Arnold Classic UK 2026 with your boy, the Gaffer. It was dope. It was fun. I got to tell y'all, man, we're here to serve you guys. We're here to bring it. And the only limitations we have, like you have, is just our own creativity, our own balls, and our own vision. You got to have the vision and have the balls. If you got the vision and you have the balls to see it through, it will materialize. So let's get after it. 2026. You got dreams, you got aspirations. Make them manifest. See them come to fruition. Speaking of manifest board shorts. Let's go. And if you ever want to see us, man, and you ever have questions on your physique, or you want to be, you want the boys from the Men's Physique Show to check you out, check out ProSeek. We're going to be on once a month on ProSeek, checking out physiques and giving our honest depiction of what we believe you should do in order to improve your posing, your physique, things you want to work on. You can find Phil Naselli coaching on ProSeek as well. It'll be all three of us still collectively on ProSeek once a month. We're going to be putting that out there. We're also going to be doing commentating at the Golds Classic. Can't wait. Mike Martini, who is now a judge, his first big show, even though he can't judge it because he's a judge now. But his show, it's going to probably be just under Pittsburgh Pro. So, like, when you think of the biggest shows that are out there, you know, this is the last show that you can actually enter in order to make it to the Olympia. So any pro athlete that's out there, any amateur that's out there, you want to jump at the Golds Classic. This is going to be a dope show. And it's held in North Carolina and Raleigh, North Carolina. Me and the boys, Hart McGrath, Phil Naselli, we will be live in person at the show, commentating, streaming. And by the way, if you're at the Hunter Classic, the Philippine Pro Classic, or the Gold Gym Classic, you can make money without even placing in the top 3. Every athlete has an opportunity to get paid. We are going to announce how that's possible, and you want to get with the Men's Physique Show. All I got to say is it's been fun. It's been great. Peace. Let's get after it.